Yes, I know I'm late to the party. You gotta love Steam sales. Alien Isolation scared the shit out of me. I had never been more terrified playing a video game. I had never had shivers sending the hair on the back of my neck straight up and literally forcing me to quit the game on multiple occasions just to take a rest. If you're a fan of the Alien franchise, buying this game is a no-brainer. The accuracy of atmosphere when portraying a film, in my opinion, has never been captured so perfectly. Alien Isolation is set 15 years after the original film. You play as Amanda Ripley, the daughter of Ellen Ripley, and you are an engineer for the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Amanda heads to the Sevastopol station when she learns that the Nostromo's flight recorder was found and is being held there. The Nostromo, you may remember, was the ship that her mother was on in the first film, and now Amanda wants to find out her mother's fate. Right out of the gate, this game just feels right. I've played other Alien games before, and this game is just by far the best representation of Ridley Scott's vision from 1979. Even if this wasn't a survival horror title, and it was just a free roam do-nothing title where you walk around exploring a 1970s vision of the future, it would be worth your money. The sound of the hardware, the intercom system, the androids that roam around, the look and the feel of this world is incredible, and I cannot express that enough. If you're a fan of Alien, you're doing yourself a disservice if you haven't purchased this game yet. What are the scariest things that you encounter in Alien Isolation? These fuckers. These androids are called Working Joes. They are there to assist the citizens of Sevastopol. There are medical droids, mechanic droids, droids that are meant to help in any way possible. And something goes terribly wrong, which makes the Working Joes absolutely terrifying. I found myself more skittish and scared when dealing with these Working Joes than I did with the actual alien. I play with noise-canceling headphones, big noise-canceling headphones, volume as loud as my eardrums can handle, and when I heard a Working Joe speak for the first time, it no joke sent shivers up my spine. Their beady little red lifeless eyes peer through the dark smoke-filled corridors of Sevastopol. It's terrifying. Their robotic voices trailing you as you run away, saying things like, "You always know a Working Joe," or "I'm going to get you." Goddamn, the developers did such an amazing job scaring the shit out of me with these Working Joes. They're tough, too. If you try to swing at them at the front, they'll usually catch your arm and send you to the ground. You can sneak behind them and take them out a bit easier. You can eventually use your weapons to dispose of them, but they are relentless and add such a cool dynamic to this game. The station of Sevastopol is in turmoil. The alien aboard the station has made its citizens into pure survivalists. Some will shoot you on sight, others will let you pass with a stern warning, and it's difficult to tell who is friend and who is foe. I spent most of the game avoiding these factions when I could, and sometimes just going guns blazing. While it may seem smart to go in shooting, stealth is your best friend. Gunfire, hell, any loud noise attracts the alien. But you can use this to your advantage with a well-placed noisemaker that you can craft. Toss the noisemaker towards a group of survivors and let the alien do the dirty work while you silently sit there in a hiding place. There are lockers to hide in, big toolboxes you can jump into and try to remain hidden. You can crawl under tables, vents. Being undetected is key when playing Alien Isolation. And luckily for you, Sevastopol offers many hiding places to remain undetected. In most stealth-heavy games, you kind of work out a pattern with your foes. You know that NPC will walk there in 5 seconds. You know that guy will round the corner in 3, 2, 1, but Alien Isolation is much different, especially when you're dealing with the alien. Sometimes, I, no kidding, spent 5 minutes standing in a locker, peering out the slits, watching the alien randomly walking, looking for his next victim. If the alien suspects you're in a hiding place, you're toast. It will open the door and eat your face. Make sure you save your game at every save point you see. I cannot stress this enough. Finding a save point and getting through the saving process will immediately put a wave of calm over you. Even something as simple as a save point has so much care and detail to it. You pop in an access card, wait 3 seconds for 3 lights to blink, and then you save your game. You don't just click save. There's a well thought out process to it, and it adds even more authenticity to the gameplay. There's not much you can do to rid yourself of the alien problem, other than hiding out, sneaking around, and just being patient. No, I'm not spoiling anything by telling you this, but eventually you find a makeshift flamethrower. Flamethrower fuel is scarce, so you have to use it wisely. The alien doesn't like fire. You can scare off the alien temporarily by sending a few blasts of fire its way, but it will return shortly after that. You can also craft Molotov cocktails, which act in a similar fashion when used against the alien. So stealth and fire, 2 ways to make the alien go away so you can reach your next objective. But like I said, supplies can be hard to come by, so you have to weigh your options and make your own decision when you see these items. In the game, you have to be smarter than the alien, because you can't kill it. There are computer terminals that you can access. Sometimes you need to go through personal messages to find key codes to open doors, or use these terminals to turn on certain equipment. But if you're playing the game for the environment and story, there are also audio logs that offer such an incredibly deep insight into not only the lives of Sevastopol's citizens, but into the narrative of the Alien film. Sometimes you will access a doctor's computer in the medical bay and you'll find an audio log and he'll be discussing what the crew of the Nostromo must have been experiencing. Or you'll access a security computer and hear a security guard talk about unrest aboard the station. This game acts as an extension of the film. And as a fan of the franchise, it's hard to find another game title that has more detail and heart put into it. Of course, they added a motion tracker into the game. It's not gimmicky at all, it is your best friend. You can monitor the movements of your enemies, but be careful. If you're close enough, the pings of the motion tracker can be heard and you will be detected. I love the visual style they created with the motion tracker. Yes, the unit itself is really cool and authentic, but when you have it pulled up, your vision beyond the motion tracker goes blurry and out of focus. On the PC, and I'm sure it's the same on all consoles, you can right-click and switch your focus to looking forward, which makes the tracker go out of focus. This element adds such a cool dynamic to the gameplay. They could have just had the motion tracker pop up, but instead they added this focusing factor, which is such an awesome effect. I logged about 19 hours of gameplay with Alien Isolation. A lot of it was fun, terrifyingly fun. But like many long movies, I kind of wish it would have ended a bit sooner. Don't get me wrong, I'd buy this game all over again if I needed to. But at a certain point it began to feel repetitive, and I just ended up wanting to burn through the game and get to the end. Nothing goes right for Amanda Ripley. If your objective is to get to a certain point and access a terminal, 9 out of 10 times that terminal won't have power and you have to go restart a generator. If you have to get through a door, chances are that door won't have power and you have to restart a generator. If you have to turn on communications, communications will be down and you'll have to restart a generator or access a terminal that needs a generator restart for the terminal to work. I understand the need for hiccups and for the story to take unexpected turns, but I was honestly never really surprised. I expected every waypoint to have a few other waypoints to go through before I could get to the main waypoint. Go there, flip a switch doesn't work. Use your ion torch to burn through a panel, go in, access a terminal, turn on the switch, flip the switch, door doesn't work, turn on a generator, go through the door. I'd say about 10 hours in, half of the gameplay began to feel like a chore. Maybe that's what the developers were going for. Your character is frustrated, and maybe they wanted you to be frustrated too. But like I said, I wanted the game to be over a few hours before it was actually over for me. Everyone that plays the game is going to have a different completion time, depending on the level of difficulty you select and your style of gameplay. Someone told me that they spent 30 hours playing Alien Isolation. I don't think I could have played it for 30 hours. As much as I love the environment created in this game, I would have got bored and quit. It would have just sat idly on my hard drive until I wiped my system years down the road. The game is incredible and one of the best games I've played in the past decade, but 19 hours of this type of gameplay is a long time for me, especially when I started feeling the repetition and the itch to just get the game over with. Bitching about how long a game is sounds goofy, I know, because most people probably bitch about a game when it's too short. So I'm sure the developers just feel like they can't win, you know? It's hard to find a middle ground for the game length. You can't make everyone happy. But I personally would have rather had a 10 or 12 hour game rather than a 19-hour game where it kind of became a chore. But that's just me. Towards the end of the game, there's a lot of backtracking as well. I don't know about you, but when backtracking is involved, I can easily be confused. The game is generally good at telling you where to go, but sometimes I just didn't know where to go or what to do. I've already been down that hallway. I've already walked into this giant section of the station. Should I go back and waste 15 minutes retracing my steps? Am I supposed to go this way again? That happened to me a lot in this game. I'd be lying if I said I didn't look at walkthroughs at least 10 times over the course of my 19 hours of gameplay. And I probably hit the tab button to bring up my map every 30 seconds to make sure I was going in the right direction. The internal environments are great, like I said, but the external environments are even cooler. There are a few missions where you have to step outside of the station. You explore the outside of the station and even step foot on another world, or maybe it was an asteroid, I can't remember. These missions are really solely there for beauty and engrossment. Looking back at Sevastopol as you slowly step down an exterior plank really puts the scale of the game into perspective. When you have to put on your spacesuit and step outside, your view is incredibly claustrophobic. I can't imagine playing this game with an Oculus Rift. These spacesuit levels would make me go crazy, and playing this with a Rift would add an even crazier dimension of terror. I really wish there were more external levels to Alien Isolation. It probably wouldn't have really fit with the storyline, but these levels kind of broke up the sometimes monotonous aspects of traveling from point A to point B. The game is tough, very tough. At some points I had to turn down the game difficulty because I'm terrible at stealth games. And I found myself replaying the same section over and over again, trying to get past a certain point. If you can play it on hard, congratulations, because that is a fucking achievement. Should you buy this game? Yes, absolutely you should. It is definitely worth a full price purchase. If you're like me, you wait for a Steam sale, and then buying this game is a no-brainer. I know I'm late to the party when it comes to playing and reviewing Isolation, but I purchased it during the last Steam sale because I guess I'm cheap. If you're a fan of the Alien franchise, buying this game is a must. If you're a fan of survival horror, buying this game is a must. I played Alien Isolation on the PC. This game is best played by yourself in a dark room with your headphones turned up high. I don't review many games mainly because I don't play very many single player games. I primarily play multiplayer games on the PC with my buddies, but when a game like this comes out, I have to play it. Let me know what you guys thought of Alien Isolation in the comment section below. Did you beat the game? Did you think it was too long? Did you find it challenging? What was your favorite and least favorite aspects of Alien Isolation? As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like Hello Greedo on Facebook, follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, and join the Hello Greedo forum at hellogreedo.com. Get away from her, you bitch! Hello Greedo, out.
With you, it cannot be done.